Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to the City of Parker Council meeting. If you would, Mr. Chappell, would you do the invocation for us? Everybody please stand.
Oh Lord, bless us today at all our events and working on our agendas today. Make sure that we understand everything and do it all right. I also want to bless our employees for what work they've been doing around the city here, making the city look real nice, and it's working real good. Bless our fire department for the efforts that they've been putting out, and bless our police officers and keep them out of harm's way. I ask you all this in your name. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Miss Barrow?
Here.
Miss Boddiford?
Here.
Mr. Chappell?
Here.
Mr. Haney? Mayor Kelly?
Yes, here. Thank you, ma'am. Before we move on with the regular agenda, if there's any items from the audience that you'd like to talk about, or before we start our agenda tonight, please come to the podium, state your name and address. How you doing? Come on up.
Good evening. Felix Dean, 4809 East 5th Street.
4809 where?
East 5th Street.
East Fifth Street.
Oh, East 5th.
Sorry. We discussed, Mayor, about starting wheels turning on getting a car show
Yeah,
for the area.
yeah.
A lot of positive response. I got 3 local clubs that are interested. They just want
Excellent.
to know a date. Right now, there's a car show every week going on. Then you got the summer, which is like really hot. So we got together and everybody's sort of agreeing on around October.
Okay. First one will be in October?
October 3rd, yes. And it gives us a chance to get sponsors and organized.
And the
that type of
vendors?
thing.
Gonna have vendors, right?
Yes, yes.
We talked about the possibility of not just a car show, but like a baby Moultrie where they would
Yes.
be able to bring their
Yeah.
stuff and
Yeah,
display
swap
it.
meet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I made some sample flyers, which is
Excellent.
can be changed. You know, this is just an idea of what we did when we start promoting.
Maybe the attorney can have one too.
No, I don't need one.
No. Look at that, man.
Of course, everything on there can change, modified, but it's like a starting point.
Looks really good.
And I know you had mentioned you want to go with like the military type theme because
If
you
we
have,
could, we
you
have
know,
some military vehicles. There's
Yes.
plenty of people from MVPA, I'm sure, will come out there. But any kind of car show, car display, like a Moultrie type environment, you know, with just kind of test the water for the first time.
exactly, yeah. And like I said, everyone I spoke to, they're, you know, they're happy about the idea of something being in the area.
Yeah.
Um,
What about the, we talked about the donations that car show clubs
yes,
have.
they operate. I mean, they love what they do, and they usually do it for a cause.
Right.
So, entry fee is nothing. We came up with $20 fee, which is pretty much the standard.
Yeah.
And then pick a charity or a cause or something
To donate to.
to donate to.
Yeah.
Something that could benefit Parker. I know the animal issue.
Yeah. We're gonna
a
give away
topic.
cats to people too.
One
You wanna
cat
get a
with an
trophy
entry
and a
fee.
cat. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, that's where I'm like, you know, point me in the right direction. I'll make it happen. Trees, you know, if
I'm up for
you
it,
want to
man.
collect for buying trees, you know.
So last week, my wife and I went to a show, a display on Highway 231 at supply store out there, farm supply store, and they probably had 25 vendors set up of everything you can imagine. The place was full of people. It was very popular, and it's kind of like I've wanted to have vendors for the whole last 5 years, but it's difficult to get people set up, you know. So if you could make this happen, I think this would be the best.
Now
Mr.
that-
Sloan, do we need to vote on this if they're gonna have it in October, or we're still too far away?
Well, if it's gonna be on city property, yes, sir.
Yeah,
you
okay.
should have a vote on it.
Okay,
Yeah, that, you know,
And
if we
he'll-
could
he'll
nail
need
a
to
date
provide
down.
Insurance and
yeah.
sign a lease agreement.
So, sir, go ahead.
I would say, if we, yeah, that's the first part, nailing a date down. Now, I'm not too familiar with the food trucks, if y'all require permits, that type of thing.
Whatever the state law says, I'm told by my director of public works that the rules for food trucks are pretty lenient for the state, and I'm willing to do whatever they do because I really want this to happen.
And y'all should have that set up by then, around here where you already make contact with
It is very possible that we would have things set up by then. If you would like, you can get a lot of your information from my husband sitting right behind you. Because the food truck court that we are anticipating on building up is, it is on our property. So that's probably something that you can work out with him, and we could schedule something.
Yeah, we could shoot them over here or something, yeah, but yeah. I
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
So after we,
October 3rd, is that what we're looking like?
yeah,
Make
Af-
a motion, we approve this event on
Okay.
October 3rd. We're doing this at the
sports complex,
complex.
yeah.
Are you planning on, being out there by the pavilion, or you planning on being by the
Hopefully
basketball
it takes
court?
up the whole thing.
The whole
Yeah.
field,
Yeah.
the whole field, all of it, bathrooms, everything.
And we can mark off the trees. I know you got some newly planted trees. We
Yeah,
can
it'll be
mark
fine.
off
Yeah.
and,
Right now, the heat's killing them all. The drought's killing them all. Do we have a motion, Mr. Haney, is what I'm saying? We have a motion on the floor to approve this. We got, okay, got a motion and a second. Madam Clerk, will you please call a roll?
Mrs. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel,
Yes.
Mr. Haney, Mayor Kelly.
Yes, thank you. So as it stands right now, you're square for October the 3rd, and there's some leniency there. We can change anything we need to change for the future.
okay.
This
And
looks really good, man.
like I said, look that over. If I missed something, I know I spelled the word wrong. It says no bun-outs instead of burnouts.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's a car show,
Burn all
not
the
an
buns
English
you
lesson.
want, but yeah, no burnouts.
You get
I
the
tried
first
to
cat.
cover everything, you know, like.
You're gonna have the first cat for the spelling.
Have you been out there to look at the sports?
Yes, sir. I met with the other 3 club leaders. We walked the property, and just tried to,
Use the
think of
pavilion
everything.
as your, kinda like the headquarters?
Yes, sir. Yep. One of the clubs is willing to bring their PA system and use it, and we're thinking of keeping the car show area on that end of the pavilion, so they can hear and stuff like that, judge and
One right
raffle,
up
that
there
type
by
of
the
thing.
playground equipment.
Yes.
Yeah, this side.
So I made an email address as like a contact info.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to put my phone number yet on anything, but if I come across something else, I need some direction.
The number you got from me is good.
Okay. All right. That's all I have.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. So first item is approval of the minutes from 5/26. As you had it, this should be in your jacket to review.
I didn't see any mistakes, so make a motion to approve.
No mistakes. There's a motion to approve. Do we have a second? We do. We have a first and a second. Could I please get a
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Mrs. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel,
Yes.
Mr. Haney,
Yes.
Mayor Kelly.
yeah, yes, thank you. The second item on the agenda tonight is from Clearwater Fiber,
Clearway.
Clearway Fiber. This is spelling errors.
Hey,
Hey, how are y'all doing this evening? My name is Brooks Packer. I'm the Senior Regional Manager for Clearwave Fiber. I manage all these sales for our new markets that we're building across the nation. I have with me tonight Eric Ryan.
Eric,
He is our OSP Field Manager over construction. And then I have Michael Sanders, who's in charge of, he's our Florida Manager.
very good.
For,
Thank you,
so
guys.
thank y'all very much, Mayor Kelly, allowing us to come up here and speak. I'm not gonna sit here and go through 5,000 slides with you and take, 2 hours of y'all's time. But I do wanna, tell y'all.
You're gonna lose us on about the fifth slide.
Exactly. I'm not gonna sit up here and do that, so I'll be really quick for y'all. But so who is Clearwave Fiber? We're a 100% fiber optic internet company that we're planning on bringing fiber to the premise, fiber to the home. Sometimes you hear it. So it's a 100% fiber optic internet to the citizens of Parker, right? And so what we're looking for from you guys is to partner with you, and letting us build here and bringing fiber optic internet to the community. We were speaking with Ms. Barrow right here, and she was telling us about how much she's paying for some of her services through a competitor, and so we really think we could bring a whole lot of value to your community. So who is Clearwave Fiber? Back in 2022, we were purchased out by a private equity and formed. We were Hargrave Fiber and stationed out of Beaufort, South Carolina. Then we were Clearwave Communications out of Illinois. Long story short, put the two together and we got Clearwave Fiber. So that's basically who we are. And then quick notes here, I'll get through all that. So our fiber optic internet is 100% fiber optic internet to the home, right? So what you're getting a lot not right now, I know we have a couple competitors here in the Parker market, but we bring fiber optics from the road all the way into your house, all 100% underground. I'll tell you, I'm from Valdosta, Georgia, and we just went through Hurricane Idalia.
Yep.
And I know y'all went through a similar situation.
Yep.
And my heart's prayers go out to y'all. So we went through it, and I'll tell you, we were up running the whole time. And it was amazing. We were able to communicate. We were able to,
All of it's underground.
everything 100%
Yeah,
underground.
because every pole fell down.
Yeah, and I saw that. And
But we were bad off.
yeah, y'all were. And I mean, we went through it too. And so I know I can always talk about it, but yeah, it was really bad.
Yep.
I feel for y'all. So yeah, so that's who we are, and like I said, we'd love to partner with the city. We would love to partner with you, with the auto show. We do stuff like that all the time. We anything y'all have as far as local events, anything like that, we love to partner with. We send our guys and gals out here. We have the tents, we set them up, we fund, and we love doing that type of thing.
Good.
I will get to the meat and bones of it. This is the Parker area here. And so what we are proposing to build right now is 1,000 homes in these blue lines in our first build. Anything in your red line here, that's already fiber optic internet. And then, but we are looking, to expand and build out. A lot of, what happened? I moved too quickly. IT man.
It's probably gonna be.
There we go. We're back up.
It's
I'll
still
bring it.
plugged.
But we will look to do a lot of the homes, a lot of the areas in here are private easement. So we'd have to go through the natural steps to build in the private easements. But everything we have proposed that you've been sent is in the blue lines here to start out with. So I will let Mr. Ryan speak on how we handle construction. Let's see here, previous. Sorry, not used to working this far away. There we go. Y'all don't need to know who our CEO is. Okay, go ahead.
So my position is I oversee all construction for Clearwave Fiber. So Panama City, Callaway, Parker, Upper Grand Lagoon. I've been with the company now for a month. I've been in telecommunications for 12 years, overseeing construction projects from North Idaho, Spokane, Washington, to Central Maine, North Georgia, and now Florida. So I run things a little bit differently than my predecessor. I like to have a very open communication style with the city. I like to be very transparent and work very closely with you guys on what you need from us. So anything as far as damages, we're on top of that. I'm the point of contact. I don't delegate that out to anybody else. I stay on top of that. Damages do happen, but our crews are instructed to do restoration work as they finish construction. So we call in locates, they come out, they start drilling, putting the fiber in the ground, pipe in the ground, do restoration work behind themselves, make sure things cleaned up, and then we confirm with you guys if everything's up to your standard and if you need anything else from us. So it's pretty cut and dry.
The lines that they're laying now in the ditches are the primary transmission lines, I would assume, and then the homes are tapped onto those, as it were.
Yeah, so we'll lay primary lines and then we branch out from there,
Right.
and then we have smaller lines that we lay out, and those are what feeds the customers.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I got a quote one time to try and get fiber optic at my home, and they just flat out told me that I wasn't anywhere in an eligible area.
All of Parker will be compliant, right? That's what you're saying, there's nowhere you couldn't get to?
There are issues that we will run into, like he covered, where we're gonna have, we have to get like HOA approvals, things like that. or
Okay,
private
okay,
easements,
yeah.
We have to get approval for that, but anything that falls under the city of Parker, that is what we're planning to build first.
Right,
Yeah, cause that'd
right.
be the quickest for us to get.
Well, when we get to that part, Mr. Someone will be able to bring you up to speed, he's the Director of Public Works, and
Sure.
he'll be able to show you exactly, because we just gone through a 8-inch water supply line relay throughout the whole city. So we just went through all of the paperwork that we needed to get permission to go across some of that private property.
Yep.
So he can probably help you with that. I noticed you guys are already at the cusp of Parker now, right there on the edge of Springfield and Callaway. Are they done, Springfield and Callaway?
Springfield is not in our design currently.
Oh.
Callaway, they are working on Callaway. We have a lot of work.
I sent
on
them
Callaway, yeah.
yesterday and day before out there.
So we're right there on the edge of Parker off of Cherry Street.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're right there, real close by you guys. Yep.
Okay.
How many other municipalities are you, installing fiber in?
Um,
Locally? Do you got a
So
number on it?
Callaway, Panama City, Lynn Haven, Upper Grand Lagoon, Pretty Bayou. So that's where we're at right now. We're active in all of those areas except for Parker.
And what other companies are you, in competition with your company? Just curious.
Currently, it's Comcast. That's our biggest competitor in the area. You know,
That's wow.
yeah. Comcast is the number one. I mean, I live in Springfield, and I didn't go with Comcast because they want to charge me $100 to even come out and install the
It's
internet.
quite the monopoly. isn't
Yeah,
it?
exactly.
It is quite a monopoly.
It is. Yep. So, that's where we're operating currently.
Well, see, I like fiber optic because, like, when my husband and I decide to build our home, we want everything underground. We want no lines running above.
That's right.
And I think Comcast does have fiber optics, don't they?
They, from my understanding anyways, some of the other areas I've worked, they have started doing the fiber optic to the home. It's kind of based on where they see the most revenue
Yeah, they
coming.
just flat out turned me down on fiber optics.
Exactly. And in this area, I have not seen them. They're just still running their old coax stuff here in this area.
And you'll see sometimes too, they'll call it, let's say you have fiber available to you, and they call it fiber to the curb, right? Fiber to your neighborhood. They'll run fiber to the neighborhood, and then they'll run coax throughout the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
they'll still run on the
Yeah.
coax.
They'll do it, they'll DSL.
Yep.
So,
If
that's not what we do.
your project's approved, how long would it take for this installation to be completed?
For the blue lines that are on the map,
Just your basic.
yeah. The basic
First.
mainline fiber optic, so the stuff that's actually on the blue lines on that map, a lot of that's projected to be completed by the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah. That's the upside of working in Florida is that you can move pretty quick. It's just a giant sandbox. So
It is, yeah. I was watching them work the other day, and I didn't know I was
I wish
watching them.
DOT moved that fast.
Yeah.
Do we have a color copy of that, because ours are black and tan?
Yeah.
Yep. We can get you a copy of it if you'd like.
That way we can see.
Yeah.
And I'll speak quickly to the services, so we don't take your time, but.
Okay.
What we do offer to your residents here is, up to 7 gig speed, all, symmetrical, meaning 7,000 megabits per second up, 7,000
down.
megabits per second down, right? We offer plans going from, I think, 100 megs all the way up to 7 gigs. So, pricing wise, the 7 gig, I think we just looked at the promo, is like $120 for 7 gigs. So, we're always running promotional prices. We don't skyrocket prices, we don't hike you up, we don't do any of that jazz. So we're kind of, you know, think about like your new T-Mobile plans, new Verizon plans. It's not price lock guaranteed. We don't know what happens, but as far as your base rate goes, that will never change.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in some markets right now, pushing for this market as well. We offered a full gig of internet for $70, and then you know we can do it sometimes lower if needed to. It really depends on the residents and how things are going business wise. But usually what we tell customers and residents, we do a lot of door to door selling and promotional. We're huge, like I said, with events, that type of thing. But everything now is streaming. You know, and some of your older residents, you may not want to get rid of the cable box, right? We understand that, you know, but that's the way technology's moving, right? And we'd love to upgrade your city, you know. And
That'd be
get
nice.
things going. And I'll tell you, this was one of the first places we came when we were just, you know, looking at the area, and all the residents were so happy. It was amazing that we were coming through, putting out construction notices. That's another thing we do. We'll go, you know, door to door to door, putting out construction notices after he tells us we can, and his project's getting closer, and we'll let them know that construction's coming through.
So I'm clear,
Yes,
the wire will be buried all the way to the house.
yes, sir.
So when you get to the box on the wall outside your garage or wherever it's at, then it goes to coax throughout the house.
sir.
Stays fiber optic.
Fiber optic and then all the way to
Okay.
your house. Yes, sir. So we'll pick a pinprick through your wall, just like, you know, your Comcast
Right,
does.
right.
Does. We'll still come around it, bring it into your home, directly hook it into what we call ONT, optical network terminal. Thank you. I was thinking telescope. Terminal, and we'll go from there. It goes to a router. From there, it's Wi-Fi. You know, we offer extenders into your home for $10 more a month. You know, so you get Wi-Fi throughout your whole home. There's nothing worse than checking your Facebook and you're
Right.
sitting there going like this.
Right.
That's what we take away from.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
These, prices that you got in your
Yes.
brochure here, are they guaranteed for 5 years or something, or?
So we do it what we call everyday pricing, right? So I can't guarantee that they won't hit us with taxes and, you know, all this kind of stuff. But your base rate, which you start out with, we call it everyday pricing, that will always stay the same. Right now, I think it's what, $8.78
So
more.
government taxes, all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Right, right.
77.
Yeah.
So last 9 lines on your bill, if you ever look at
Yeah,
it.
exactly. It's those 9 lines, but we really simplify it honestly, and we're very transparent with it. You know, we recruit locally here, hire local. I mean, so we're really looking to put a lot into your community. I'm very excited about it, honestly.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Go ahead.
Are they here trying to ask permission to do this? Or they're
No,
just
we haven't
here-
got that far yet.
Oh,
We haven't even really talked about it yet amongst ourselves.
all right.
Go, I can barely see you jumping around back there.
So there, Anna Marie Morris, 129 North Lakewood Drive. So you're talking about doing door-to-door sales, do they need to talk to you guys about that?
Solicitation permits, yeah, we will definitely, we definitely have all that.
What was your question, ma'am?
We come to you
About
and request.
knocking on doors, they said they were gonna go door-to-door.
Well, you going, is that how you sell it?
Yes,
Guess
we
so.
do door to
Yep.
door. We have door to door, we have e-com, and we have an inside sales department. We have all three. Then we do events and things too.
Was there anybody else back there had a question?
Yeah, what I was really trying to get at is, do y'all have to approve them? for
Yes,
them to go do
yes.
this? They can't just do it?
No,
Does Parker get a cut?
we're gonna
No.
find out about that.
All right.
I'm already
You know, I'm all
invested,
about the
I'm already invested with Mr. Sloan. We're in for some money already. And they're gonna pay it back to us. They just don't know it yet. Is that wire got a lot of copper in it?
No,
Oh, that's,
glass.
that's good. I'm asking, cause in Parker it'll get dug back up. So,
And, you know, and honestly,
Yeah.
your multi-dwelling units, we will, you know, approach them as well on a case-by-case basis.
yeah, yeah.
And,
How much, can you beat Comcast by half?
Sir,
Can you beat WOW by half?
depending on what you got, but yes, I'll go ahead and say yes. From what I've been hearing from your local residents, yes.
Right.
Pricing.
Cause,
I know a year ago when I enrolled with Comcast, I think my bill was supposed to be 110. 110.
110, that's a bargain.
I just paid my
Oh, no, it's
Comcast
too
bill.
small.
Yeah, I just paid my Comcast bill. It was $199.
We just did away with our cable a few months ago and went to streaming, and we cut our bill, it was $400 a month to $200 a month.
Wow.
It's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and they charge you for the boxes in every room.
Everything in the house.
And then when you get rid of that, you go to streaming, right? You can have up to 6 TVs on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
And
I got you.
We save a lot of people.
I got
every
you.
day like
I
that.
got you.
But we have to have cable boxes, cause my husband swears that he won't use a TV, he can't talk to his remote.
Alexa, you can do it.
All right.
I just have a question for Mr. Summerlin. Would their installation of fiber impede any of your projects you have going on at the moment? Or
No, we'll have to
anytime
work
in the
with it,
future?
and like I said, our biggest thing is gonna be the locating, make sure they don't, yes.
That's all.
Right, simple. Thank
And us in the future too, when we dig in the ditches, you know.
That's
How deep is it in there, out of curiosity, under the, I saw them using the bore, but I didn't know how deep they were going.
Depends on where we're putting it at.
Okay.
So we usually shoot for, like, road crossings, we're usually between 3 and 6 feet down, depending on what utilities are running there.
Right.
So we stay pretty deep.
Okay, very good, very good. All right, well, thanks guys for your presentation. Anybody else got any questions?
If we approve it and you get started on, when you go through an area, how long is it gonna take you to dig the hole, put the stuff in, and then cover it back up?
I can tell you that, current production on my crews, we're hitting somewhere, just for a single crew on a single drill, we're getting anywhere from 1,500 feet to about 4,000 feet a day, depending on what we run into.
So a day, Ron?
Yeah.
They
The
cross,
reason I ask that, cause we've got, gas company coming through our area, and they've been coming through for about 2 months now. They're still not finished.
Yeah, we don't move that slow. Yeah.
you know, it's a whole different thing. I mean, you need to go look at what they're doing.
Yeah.
So once you run it, and you get it in an area that's already hooked up, is it usable, or you gotta wait,
Yeah, we come close, so we have I have a construction end date, so that's what I'm projected to finish, underground construction, and then we have what's called test and turn up. So
Right.
once that test and turn up, those are usually only a few days apart, which is quicker than any other company I've ever worked for. And once it hits test and turn up, that is handed over and the customer is ready to be installed. So,
It's nice.
In installation, we do free installations. I know we were talking about $100 over here, but we do free installations to the home, and as soon as he turns it on, tells us it's okay. And, you know, if you have a pre-order and however, if you've already bought services, I mean, the installations, we have 4 2-hour windows. We can get it done pretty quickly. I mean,
So you said in the hurricane, you never had any interruption
we
whatsoever.
went in Valdosta, we were down for, I think it was less than 24 hours during the major part of the storm.
But what went down? The fiber optic didn't go down.
Fiber optic didn't go
And that
down.
was a
No,
power
it was
supply to
power
the
supply,
fire.
yes.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, and 99.9% of the time, you can hook your ONT, which I was talking about, to your generator.
So as you drive around Parker, Callaway, Springfield, you live in Springfield, you'll see some of the poles there. Looks like balls of foam around the bottom of them still, right? That was so they could put the poles up faster because they were all laying on the ground. But hours after impact, there was no power.
8,000 poles.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a lot, man.
We went through it.
And we weren't as bad off as Mexico Beach was.
installation in the home, how do you run the fiber optic all through and replace the coaxial? Do you just pull it through?
No, ma'am. So
How does that
we
work?
have one, yes, ma'am. So we have one line that'll come from the road, right? And our installation repair team will come through. They'll lay the cable on the ground.
I have a long concrete driveway and all
Okay.
my stuff is run underground and
Yeah.
conduit
Sure.
already.
Okay, well, that's great.
Okay, so
We
that's
love
what I was
that.
asking.
Yeah, if you have a free conduit,
Yeah.
100%.
It's my conduit, so I can have anybody pull it.
That's right.
everything.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You show our guys where the conduit is, we will be happy to do
Okay,
that.
And the home, the inside of the home, mine
Yes, ma'am.
being an older home,
Mhm.
how does that pair up with the old
So-
coaxial that's in the home now?
Yeah, so you'll have probably your Comcast WOW, whoever box inside of your home,
Uh-huh.
will come usually right beside that.
Okay.
And we'll put I mean, it's a very small hole into the home, penetrate your house, silicone around that. The fiber comes into your home, right? It goes into a modem, basically.
Right.
Modem to your router, and then it distributes Wi-Fi throughout your home. So everything's wireless.
You don't need the old cable anymore.
Yeah,
Okay,
we have
that's what I was asking.
It's gone.
My
It's
house
a thing
is
of the
kinda
past.
Built a particular way, so getting through concrete walls and everything.
Yeah, and we offer extenders, right,
Yeah.
boosters, to get through your home, and to make sure you have wall-to-wall Wi-Fi throughout your home.
Okay.
And then, you know, for people that do work at home, right, a lot of people work at home, you know, if you have to do a direct connect, a lot of people have to do direct connect.
Yep.
To be able to have their jobs, you can direct connect straight into the back of the booster, right, and it's just if you're connected to your home, yeah.
Okay.
So, a lot of upside.
Council, do you have any other questions for tonight for them? Anybody? Thank you very much
Thank
for
y'all
you
very
coming.
much.
Appreciate you, sir.
Sure.
Thank y'all very much. for
Thank
allowing
you.
us to come.
So, when do you want to put it on the agenda? Are we gonna talk about it?
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
There's some things we need to sit and talk to Mr. Summerlin and Mr. Sloan about. That may not be an agenda item, it might be something you call his office and he'll give you a briefing on it. Okay, item 3 is 4923 Donaldson Road. Are you here?
Yes, sir.
Outstanding. How are you?
Doing wonderful, Mayor. How are you?
Good, thank you, sir. Mr. Summerlin, did you have anything you wanted to add? Okay. What he's asking for, ladies and gentlemen, if you just glance through this, is he wants to put a, well, you explain what you want to do, 'cause I know.
So historically, our lot was 2, and what we would like to do is on the lot that does not have our residence, extend our 6-foot privacy fence further forward than the home. So by legal definition from Parker, that is still front yard, although it will never be in front of the home.
Right.
Um,
Tony, explain to me why he needs to do this. Why can't he just move his fence 6 feet?
LDR says that no fence past the point of your home can be 4 feet in residential.
Right, right. So what he's asking for, because he wants to come in front of his home by 6 feet, is he wants permission to put a 6-foot fence rather than a 4-foot fence, right?
On the right-hand side, yes.
yes.
On the right-hand side.
Yes, sir. So it will not, so like I said, historically it was 2 lots. They've been joined.
Yeah,
Therefore, the legal definition in the LDR,
Right,
of
right,
front
right.
yard, limits how far forward we can push that
I
fence.
appreciate you taking the time to come to us, because a lot of people just put a darn fence, then we have a code issue, you know?
Yes, sir.
So, any questions, council?
Well, I'm trying to, I went by there and looked and trying to get it in my head. Okay, you've got all this law that you're looking at your house.
Yes.
Okay, and you wanna put the fence, are you talking about all the way in front of it, down?
No, ma'am. So
around, or what?
where you saw that like shaped scrub oak, that is to, if you're looking at the house to the left of it, that is,
There should be in there, there was a,
With some
survey
pictures,
map
yeah.
in that packet that
Yeah.
shows, I don't know if you guys got the colored copies of the survey map. Okay, so if you don't mind if I show you. So this line here is actually where it's gonna come over and then forward to about a foot off of, the
Okay, so what
area
you're gonna do is you're gonna.
So do
put
they
that
need to
in
take the
front of it.
variance test, Mayor?
It gives
I don't
us
know,
more
because I think
leeway
it's already
to
been decided before.
just
so.
right along that property line
Well,
on the back and
I
then
mean,
the side.
technically, they're varying
so it
the
never goes in
code.
front of the house at
Right.
any
Yeah,
point.
so it never would be.
Hold on, let me ask.
But
So
the
you'll
legal,
have a gate right there.
yes, ma'am, there's gonna be a walkthrough. Yes, ma'am,
Yes,
we had 2 high energy dogs, and then we've got one child that with a friend outside, and another one on the way, obviously, and, so it's just for little extra security around with the child, and, the children and the dogs.
Okay, well, it'll never be in front.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
And the question remains, council, is do we need to do the variance test? Or,
So, yes.
yeah,
Yes, sir.
okay. We have a test we're gonna give you. I'm not gonna give it to you, Mr. Sloan is.
Okay.
Mr. Sloan, it's got his book open on the test page,
Yes, sir.
so.
As the council will remember from other variance applications, the burden of proof and persuasion is on the applicant, and they must present clear and convincing evidence of the following. And you all must decide that each of these is satisfied. First, that there is a specific hardship affecting the development of the property resulting from the strict application of the provisions of these regulations. If your answer is yes, then we move on to the second. If your answer is no, that there's not a specific hardship, then we would stop there and they would fail the variance test.
Well, they've already filled out their variance.
Well, they filled out the application, but you all have to make that decision.
You have to we have to decide, do we wanna go forward with the application, or do we wanna just approve it? Mr. Haney has already said he wants the process through. Unless there's a change now.
So you want to go through every question?
I think that's how the city.
That's why I was just making sure what we're doing.
Okay. So the first question is yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Sloan?
Second, well, and it's not only his decision, but it's the council's decision.
Yeah,
So if the council believes that there's a specific hardship affecting the development of the property, then I move on.
so I don't know that the property's being developed, it's just gonna expand the fence so the dog can have more room to play. That's pretty much the meat of it, I don't know.
And the children.
And the children, that's right.
It's approximately 3,500 square feet, right now, if we were to go by the legal definition in the LDR.
Okay.
We would be losing in our fenced yard.
Council, I need some guidance.
Okay, well, I mean,
Historically, don't we call the roll? Isn't that how the variance works?
You know, normally would have a conversation first, interaction between the council members. Is there anything before we call? You okay with it? Okay, call a roll.
Okay, Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain,
No, I just don't see the hardship. I mean, I honestly don't.
Okay, it's all right,
okay, Mayor Kelly.
yes.
All right, second is the hardship is not a result of the actions of the owner and is not based solely on the desire to reduce development cost. So it's
No
a two-part
development,
test.
right.
That the hardship's not their result and that it's not based on a desire to reduce the development cost.
It's kind of odd because there's no development, it's just a fence.
Well, by definition, under the LDR, they are developing because they're putting something on the property.
Okay. So it's a yes or no, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, if there's one negative response to the first question, that means the variance failed, right?
No, if the council votes that it passed the first step,
They
which
could
it
go to the
did,
next.
then you go to the next one. And so now we're on number 2, Mr. Haney.
I just said yes.
Okay,
So you want to take the vote on
yep,
number 2?
Madam
Okay.
Clerk?
Okay, Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain,
No.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
All right, the third prong is the proposed variance is necessary to preserve a substantial property right where such property right is generally available to other property owners of adjacent or nearby properties or other properties in the land use category. So the variance would be necessary to preserve a property right.
Yeah.
That's the question for you guys to decide.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain.
No, and I'm sorry, I'm not trying to pick on you guys. I'm just going by what the city has allowed previously. And
That's the importance of the variance request, is that
Yes,
we,
I'm
we're
sorry.
requesting to vary
I
from.
apologize, I'm just a no on it. I mean,
Yes, sir. No, I
don't mean
understand.
to speak like I'm picking on you.
I understand, sir. No, sir.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
All right, the fourth prong is the proposed variance will not materially increase congestion on surrounding streets, increase the danger of fire or other hazard, or otherwise be detrimental to the health, safety, or general welfare of the public.
Yes.
It won't. I don't think it will.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain,
Yes.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Number 5, the proposed variance will be compatible with adjacent and nearby development and will not alter the essential character of the land use district.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain,
No.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Number 6, the effect of the proposed variance is consistent with the purpose of the regulations. That's the land development regulations.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Hain,
No.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
Number 7, the effect of the proposed variance is consistent with the comprehensive plan.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Haney, Mayor Kelly.
Yes.
The council's now voted on each step of the variance test, and it appears that it has passed the variance test.
Okay, it would appear that it's passed. Do we need a motion and a second to accept it?
I'll make a motion.
We have a motion on the floor. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a first and second. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Ms. Barrow,
Yes.
Ms. Botiford,
Yes.
Mr. Chapel, Mr. Haney,
No.
Mayor Kelly.
Yes. Congratulations.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys very much. Thank
You're
you for your
welcome.
time.
Don't let the dog get out.
Owners will want to put a dog in, a gate to keep your dogs in, most people don't. We've had a problem like that around here. We got some cats we can use.
Before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, before I move over to the comments from the council, I'm going to ask Mr. Sloan to speak to the, well, he's speaking to the council, that's what he's speaking to,
Yes.
on a couple of things that he did for me this week.
Yes, sir. One of the cases that I had gotten a judgment on behalf of the city of Parker has now settled, and I know I don't report often to y'all about the dollars that have been collected or the property that's been recovered, but in the last year, we've had essentially six cases for the city of Parker. One case is currently paying out. I brought the mayor a $1,000 check tonight for that case. The second case had gone to foreclosure. I brought the mayor a check tonight for $41,860.45. The third case, the city got title to the property in August of 2025, and that property is worth substantially more than the judgment amount. The third one, the city recovered approximately $9,864.78 in February of 25. The next one, the city recovered in a settlement $20,000. And then the last one was not a foreclosure case, but a case on an unpaid obligation to the city. And after garnishing the individual's wages, the city got $6,290.05 plus interest. So during this period of time, that's in judgments and property that's been recovered for the city, that's roughly $90,000 that has come back to the city.
Now, I will tell you, ladies and gentlemen, that that is not complete profit. There's a significant expenditure of labor and time, both from Public Works and from the legal department, to get these things before judges and magistrates, so on and so forth. So I can't tell you exactly how much. It's not meant to be profit, it's meant to be a code issue. And it just so happens that it works out that under certain circumstances, we're able to generate a little bit more than the property's worth if the individuals won't pay the fines. We have one coming up that means a lot to me. I'm not going to give you any details tonight, but at the end of this month, we have one that's going to be monumental as far as I'm concerned. I've been waiting 5 years for this to come to final fruition. I inherited the one that's coming up right now. Sloan's got it before the judge at the end of this month. And it means when it happens, I feel like I'm going to have a party, because this has been a torture to the people of that neighborhood. And I know they think I've been going slow. I haven't been going slow. It's just that the law takes a long time to execute it the way I like it done, the way that it has to be done. So, thank you, Mr. Sloan. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate you reading that. Okay, Ms. Barry, you have the floor.
Let me ask a question about this fence thing.
The what thing?
Whenever Ron DeSantis signs that into law on July 1st about the permitting things.
Yeah, permits,
Will
yes.
this, would that top fence,
So the laws has already been signed to go into effect July the 1st. The governor's already approved it and signed it. It is going to happen. Items up to $7,500, it says will not have to be permitted, but that is not correct. Everything still has to be, what's the word, Mr. Sumlin? Inspected?
You have to file for an exemption.
An exemption, that's right. So,
And then you still have to, no matter what fence is, you still have to abide by the LDR.
that's right.
Put the fence up, you still have to comply.
It still has to be, so in other words, you can't go around putting up pole barn, because someone told me today they wanted to put up a pole barn. We talked about it in our meeting. If you still don't put it up right, it's gonna blow away in a storm. If you put it up right to start with, at least you'll have the poles left behind when it's over. You know, so, the law, we met with EPCI last week, and, the law, although it sounds really, really good, the truth is it's just, it's nice, but that's not complete. But 7,500 is a minimal amount to have Mr. Sumlin come out, and we're gonna still do the $100 inspection fee or whatever.
We don't charge anything like that.
Well, maybe we should start charging $100.
It wouldn't have to go through EPCI, it would be the city taking care of it.
Well, you may have to go to EPCI to get a waiver.
Yeah, fences and driveways and stuff like that don't go to EPCI now. It goes through us. But basically what we're being told is that if you were gonna do something for less than $7,500, that was a fence or whatever, you still have to apply to the city, so we can give you the kind of rules for the fences.
Right.
Don't do it that way, and then apply for the exemption. Basically, how much your project.
It's like the people from North Lakewood, their fence ain't gonna be that much, but if they hadn't have applied, they'd have put up a fence that wouldn't have been compliant. And so by them doing what they did, now that they know that it's compliant with what they've asked for. But
It's gonna be.
interesting to
We
start
told
with.
EPCI, and we're looking at putting a flyer out in the water bills, so we try to give everybody in Parker an update that, hey, come July 1st, don't just start building whatever you want.
Yeah. Well, they still have to know that on the tax roll, because they charge you taxes on anything.
Well, I'm just touching on here, that's one thing a lot of people don't understand is just cause you put a hot water heater in, or you do AC, and you don't wanna pay for that permit, that stuff goes on your tax rolls. So it shows them that you got a new hot water heater, it shows them that you got a new AC, it shows them you got a new roof. So if you do go to sell it, it tells you how old that stuff is.
Correct.
And your insurance helps cover it.
That's
I mean,
correct.
It's a lot of people put a hot water heater in and don't realize it needs an expansion tanker up to code now, they just put a hot water heater in back the way it was.
Thank you, Tom. Good. Kate? Anything else, Mr. Sloan?
No, sir.
Thank you, sir. Ron?
I got two things. On the brochures about the party next Monday, I mentioned about having a DJ. Well, I'm not too sure we're gonna have one, so we might not have a DJ. The other thing is our second Saturday when we have our yard sale, we normally get finished about 1 o'clock. So if anybody wants to use the pole barn after say 2 o'clock or something like that, you're welcome to come down and do it, because we normally don't stay there more than about 1 o'clock.
But don't you just occupy a portion of it for the yard sale?
No, we take the whole thing.
Well, I went down and looked, Ron, there's only 2 people there last week.
Yeah, last week it was, but before that, we had over 10 vendors there, and they took up the whole place. You never know how many vendors are gonna show up.
Okay, 'cause it's public, you know what I'm saying? It's a public park. If you wanna take your kids over there and have a birthday party, then that's
Well, what they do, they go to the other concrete place where there's tables,
Uh-huh,
and they set up over there.
okay.
But like I say, normally by 2 o'clock we're out of there.
Okay. Brother John?
I don't have anything right now.
Okay, brother. And neither do I. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your time.